Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and my pro trimmer over here is Lynn.
Hello.
And over there on the computer, blah blah blah, is
Hello.
Dawn. Does that look better, Dawn? It was a bit bright.
Yeah, that's much better. What did you do?
I turned off the light.
Oh, yep.
So I found the ticket for this fabric that we're using for the baby cold outside, and it's Abbey Rose Moda Fabrics and layer cake 10-inch squares. That's what it's called. I got it at Missouri Star, and just a quick flip through of it. I love it actually.
Yes.
So it goes through pinks. This is a big bold print. It goes through, yeah, isn't it nice? This I love too. I just wanted to show you
Almost
guys.
looks like it's underwater kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. That one's pretty.
Yeah.
And then I thought the pink was great.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And then the solid colors to match with it. So all the green going on. So quite a, oh, that one's
Oh.
nice too. So they took the color out of it and just
Yep.
made it green. But yet we've got all the pinks and oranges and stuff
Yep.
that match. This is what caught my attention the most, is that we go into orange.
Yeah.
And I think that's
That's
cool.
gorgeous.
And everything with a base of
Yeah.
orange. Look at that. I
That's funky.
love it. I know. I love it. Kind of a solid orange. Just wait, it gets better.
Ooh.
I like that one. I don't know why. Now we're going to go into turquoise. Oh, I love it. I love it. And so the same prints, but
Yep.
with turquoise. I like that one too. I like that one too. I wish it had a little bit of gold in it. And then the plain colors. And then I think there's one more, and it is dark.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that
Oh,
nice?
wow.
I know. Stunning. I could think of a million uses for it. And that one.
Wow.
And then this one with more blue in it. I
Wow.
thought there
Yep.
was, did I skip one? I thought there was a plaid one. Do I hear a dog? No dogs.
I don't think there was a plaid.
I don't think there was
Nope.
a plaid blue. So that is the layer cake, and that's what it is. And it's enjoyable, completely enjoyable. So this is, baby, it's cold outside. I kept my scraps because we're doing a different one. So the place, and we might change it up a bit. We might keep it the same. We haven't really decided yet. We're going to see where the placement goes. Now, I saw someone in our group who stitched the same block out and just turned it around, and all the colors flowed like they attached, sort of thing. So it went,
Oh.
yeah,
okay.
really nice, really nice. And Christmas fabric was stunning,
Yes.
stunning. Anything goes, all of them.
It all goes.
There's one in the group who did just one solid background, but still put all these stitches on. It was amazing. Yeah.
It'd be easier for me because then I would know what to cut out.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is why we're doing more of them, because some people are struggling with it and we just need to keep practicing. So if you're struggling with, leaving stuff, remember that, just guess along if you're struggling with it and see if you're right, and eventually you'll start being right. It's probably what I'm going to make Lynn do.
Probably.
What's wrong? Oh, Don has to make his appearance to steal a candy. It's not like you asked. Thank you.
He just
Thank
butted
you.
right in.
All right, so we are using the same colors and the same thread colors, which happen to be 2, which I think is awesome because I really don't feel like changing colors. I can sometimes be a lazy embroiderer.
No.
So variegated thread that we showed you, and then this color of pink. Can you keep it down over there?
Wow.
Jeez. Can we go to McDreamy,
You
please?
think he was important?
Oh, I know.
I know.
McDreamy is my brother Dream Machine 2, Bjorn is right here. We have all of our little things. My nails are the same as yesterday, just kind of like a light design. Did you notice them?
I did. They look gorgeous.
I kind of like them. The little pinstripes on it. Not easy to do. And we have our design up. And we're ready to go. So the first step is placement. And I'm using the 8x8 hoop, and I'm using cutaway stabilizer, the thin stuff, the mesh, because it's really nice on the back of quilt squares. And I like to mention it every time. I trim mine down. Oh, Bjorn has to go. I trim mine down, but on the edges here, you guys should not do that. I do it because then you can't see googly eyes or the camera. So that's why I do it. Just makes it easier. So, pretty pink placement. There we go. And now we're going to stitch this guy down. This is just Warm and Natural stabilizer, cut almost to size. It's so handy. Lynn always giggles. I just go to my cabinet,
Yep.
pull a piece out. There we go. All done. No cutting necessary. I think we should cut this down. I can trim it. We have Lynn's scissors out, and we're going to talk a little bit more about leaving a seam allowance. And if you do it wrong, it is not the end of the world. Just leave more of your stabilizer on it. There we go. Stitch it out twice, hold it down. That's what I did on the edges of this one. I cut around the stabilizer and the fabric, and it'll be fine.
If you were just making just a quilt block, you wouldn't have. I probably asked you this last week. You still have to leave seam allowance?
Well, yeah, what are you going to do with it? You can't, that's not finished, right?
Kathy's asking where you get Warm and Natural already cut.
Oh, Debbie Mitchell. She
A
does
secret
it
source.
Yeah, it's a secret source.
It doesn't normally come already cut.
No, Debbie Mitchell is a long arm quilter, and she saves me her scraps. Can we go back to the desk, Dawn?
That's good enough.
Yeah, she saves me her scraps, which is awesome. I can't tell you how awesome. So I'm very thankful for it each and every time I grab one. I just kind of giggle because I think it's cool. So I'm just trimming this down, the Warm and Natural down a little bit, following on the line. You don't have to be perfect. This step is really good to keep it out of the seam allowance, because if you are sewing your pieces together, it's going to be, see how thick it is?
It's very thick.
Yeah, you have to sew a couple of them, so you would get much neater results by trimming it out. So I want to show you guys how I finished the block yesterday. Thank you. We had some boo-boos.
Yeah, oopsie.
Yeah, a couple of oopsies. So Lynn did a great job of trimming this to the line, but we still needed seam allowance. So what I did is this cutaway. It's strong. I left it when I, cut everything to size. I left it, and it should be good enough. I will make sure that I sew here. So Lynn's question was, if you're just doing one block, can you leave it like this, the seam allowance? You always need seam allowance on a quilt block or a folded mug rug or something like that, because it's not finished. So even if you just put a backing on it, you're going to want the edges to look like that. And that's what the seam allowance is.
Okay.
So if you put a back on it, you put it this way, you leave an opening, you turn it, this is what the whole thing's gonna look like. Well, that's a bad example right there. This is what the edges are gonna look like.
Okay.
So does that make a little more sense
Yeah.
now about seam allowance? And the point of seam allowance, you can see just even me doing it with my hands, this is easier to hold back and fold back than this part is. You have to be a little, and the problem
okay.
is this is just a little amount
Yep.
and it might pull and you'll have a hole. So, but, okay, this is going to be going up on someone's wall, and I don't think we have to worry about it. So if you do make boo-boos on this one is a little bit complicated, but I think it's good. Just leave the backing on it.
See, I'm thinking because I've made so many mug rugs that washes away, and you put the fabric underneath, and then the satin stitches. And
That's
why.
a satin stitch finish mug
Yeah.
rug. The trucks from Anita Goodesign are finished that way.
Okay.
That they put the back on underneath and satin stitches around, same thing. But quilt blocks are different because, you know, if you had two of them, you want to sew them together, always fabric together, so you put it on top and you sew it down here, so both of them will have a nice edge
Okay.
together. And that's how you can do it and match everything up. So if I had, you know, this one and turned around and I want this part and this part to make like a diamond, that's how you could match it up and it
Okay.
would stay. So that is the lesson on seam allowance. Does that make sense?
It does.
A little more
It
sense
does.
now?
Yeah.
Can I go back to McDreamy, Dawn?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna start this tough part. It's not tough. So we're gonna do placement first. Oop. 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 Sorry, just fixing it there. I didn't hoop it very well. So let's put our placement lines down. And then we'll figure out what we're going to stitch on it, Lynn, because Lynn and I have not come up with a plan.
No.
We have lots of fabric to choose from. And so all the stripes match that they're going long. So we'll have to decide what kind of rhythm we want it in. Because this is where we can use our scrappies.
Right. We should put more of the turquoise
You want it more turquoisey?
since we did pink.
Yeah, that one, the first one is mostly pink. So we can do...
Or we can do green ones.
Up, McDreamy. Could you please not do this anymore? Please? It happens more and more now. And it's annoying. I don't like rethreading you, McDreamy, all the time. Grow up.
We're unable to find the layer cake on Missouri Star.
Oh, well, maybe they're out of it. Maybe they're out of it. I bought it a while ago. It's not recent or anything. So we want more turquoise. See, we got perfect. Look at
Yep.
our perfect scraps. So, you know, we can put turquoise here and here.
Oh, McDreamy.
It's got to be Dawn's fault.
I blame the Norseman.
Is he here?
I don't think so.
Well, then, yeah, we can blame him.
Yep.
Nice, you two. Nice.
Sorry, Karina.
I'm gonna play around with McDreamy and figure this out because it's annoying. That's what it is. It's annoying. Dawn, a little help maybe?
Sorry, with what?
Not right now.
No. No.
Dropping the thread all the time.
Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll see.
Okay, so we got some triangles happening. And they look kind of random, so we have to keep looking at our image or, print out the block that you're doing so you don't get mixed up.
Okay.
That's what I would do because it looks kind of weird. So that's this one. So we want that to be a pink stripe. Oh, he's not done yet. There's another triangle. It's hard to find the triangles. I know. So
Oh, McDreamy honey.
Does he have, and did we check the tail setting?
he doesn't have
It
it.
doesn't have.
He's a single needle machine. So when he starts off, he drops it.
Maybe he's upset because I touched his buttons.
Lynn, you touched his buttons?
I turned him on. Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
Lynn!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Lynn!
Sorry.
He's just young, He's kind of new. Don's just hearing it.
Sorry. Well,
So it happened. Lynn is to blame.
yeah. I'm to blame. I'm sorry.
Karina's probably laughing her head
It's a
off.
language leak.
Well, nobody said anything. Well, Lynn did. Get out. No. Kind of bad.
No, you guys just thought it was bad.
You did too after you said it.
I turned his switch on. Is that better?
His power switch on. Oh, that's nice that it pushed right out so we can figure out what we're doing. So we want much more turquoise. So why don't we put turquoise on the corners?
Okay.
And that'll be pink. So this one will be turquoise. So let me get some scraps going. Maybe you could fish out another turquoise from the layer cake for moi.
Okay.
There's also pink.
Solid one?
Yeah, like
Okay,
this.
yep.
Like this, what we're doing. So, what's the matter?
Well, somebody said their dream machine does it a lot when there's a lot of static in the air, and they keep a dryer sheet near the spool to help fight it. And I was just wondering, well, dry air might have something to do with it. It's only 35% humidity in here, so it is kind of dry.
It's kind of, whoops.
That may have something to do with it.
Do we have dryer sheets?
Yeah, we have dryer sheets.
Yeah, could you go grab one and we'll have a go?
Well, that's different.
Hey, I'll try
Yeah,
anything.
static electricity. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pulling back on it. So that's a stripe. That's a stripe. Okay, and little pieces for the corners. So Lynn wants a little more turquoise in this one. So what Lynn wants, Lynn gets.
Oh.
Said
So
it wasn't flawless, but it does help some of the time. So
well, we'll put
Worth
it
a
on,
try.
Dawn. Dawn,
what?
could you put it on? You have to go around the other side.
Oh.
It smells beautiful.
Birdie.
I'm struggling a little bit with, thank you, Lynn, with placement. So hopefully I'm leaving enough room here. We'll see if the static, that could very well be. I'm in a kind of a basement, so
It'll kind of rub along there. No,
think that'll work.
I don't know.
So then this stripe is turquoise too? I think so, isn't it? This stripe? Well, you said lots of turquoise, so I'm doing it. Lots of turquoise. I need another little small piece, and then we'll trim the lot.
No.
Yeah, you
your
gotta-
top left isn't covered.
Oh no.
That's what Lorelei says.
Top left.
Oh no, you're missing the spot.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I had to cut
Oh.
a piece. Lot of turquoise.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the inside pink, and the rest will be pink stripes. Is it off?
Yep.
It is. Lorelei was correct. I don't think it
I don't think
fits.
it's. There we go.
That
Yep,
fits.
That fits.
And the rest of them are good.
Yeah.
Isabel says chicken in the corner.
Chicken in the corner. Yes. Sue Brown, 10 points for chicken in the corner. Yeah, I don't like how this one's fitting. Sorry, I want to make sure it works.
I didn't look to see if the bobbin squad was on patrol today.
I checked. I'm good.
Fabric chicken squad's in.
Hey, I appreciate it. The
Yep.
little fiddly biddly bits.
Oh, McDreamy. Oh, McDreamy.
I don't think you should talk to him anymore,
Oh,
Lynn.
you're down pink. My bad. Let me fold that around so it's running on both.
Thanks for the help, Big Don.
Well, I don't pay attention to what you're doing with that. Sorry.
Well, you should, because I've had to rethread it more times than there was color changes. So, we need to rewind. This is taking forever to do like a few stitches. So, apologies, everyone. Let's thread it. How many times have I done that? Many. Just maybe leave that up. Okay. And if you're worried about these ones, whoo, whoo,
Ooh.
you, that's close.
That's darn tootin' close.
All right, well, bigger scraps next time. Bigger scraps. We're even a little stingy on the. Yeah, a little bit maybe. That's okay. We got this. We got this, Lynn. We got it. It's going to look amazing alongside the other one.
Yes.
I like to live on the embroidery edge.
Oh, yes, you do.
I know. I am all for using scraps. That's why I keep project bins. And I
Yep.
put the layer cake in and the thread and the scraps. And I just brought the whole thing out before we started.
I bought a big bucket yesterday.
For your fabric?
Fabric, yep.
I don't know if I made that one or not. We'll check up close when we get to the trimming.
Sure you did.
Woo! By a hair, man.
Hair of the chinny chin chin.
Don't play chicken, man. I want to say this seems to be working, but I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh, you're so good.
You won't say a word.
Oh, wow.
Are you impressed?
I'm very impressed.
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the fabric chicken going on.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's fun. I like to
Rita's
occupy.
keeping count. Sue 2, chicken 0.
Yeah, I've lost just as many times as I win. Believe me. I could have moved that sucker over a little bit. Good enough, though.
It works.
Good enough. I like to live on
Now,
the
did
embroidery
you
edge.
program it so that it jumped from each?
I didn't design this.
Okay.
It's Anita Goodesign, so they did.
Okay, but you can stop it after each one and cut-
Change?
Yeah, change thread or change applique.
You could, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yep. You can stop it at any time and do that. Sorry, everyone. Well, at least McDreamy smells pretty. All I can smell is that dryer sheet.
Check and make sure your cutter's nice and clean, too.
It is. Ah, checked it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just seems to pull up just after or during the tie-in stitches. I'm gonna call this a success. Success.
Wow.
Isn't that fun? Except for when you mess it up and you have to double it up. Then it's not so much in the way of fun. Alright, so we're doing next pieces, but let's go back to the desk, Dawn. So,
Desk is up.
when you're... Woo!
Double woo.
Woo! When you're trying to figure out how to trim this, the first thing you want to do is trim the inside.
Okay.
And once you trim the inside, because you know more fabric's going here,
Yes.
then we'll look at what else you need to do. This one
Okay.
is a little bit easier. Your scissors, no, your scissors are there. I buried them.
Says, remember not to trim your seam allowance.
No, we're working on it.
Trim
we're working
the
on
inside first.
the inside pieces. So anything on the inside. It's just a matter of, you know, taking it slow, taking it easy. Insides. You could maybe pretend that the outside doesn't matter. Especially with scraps. It probably made it a lot easier to figure out too this time, is because we use scraps, so maybe it makes a little more sense.
I think so.
Each
yeah.
piece. That's what I'm thinking. But anyways, you just sit and figure it out. It can help with a finished picture. This is Anita Goodesign, so you'll see stitched out pictures of everything. And that you might find that helpful of what needs to be trimmed. Karina! Sue 6?
Yep.
Chicken 0. I don't want to get too cocky about it though, because it might.
Thank you, Karina.
Yes, thank you, Karina. I read it, but I didn't say thank you. So, thank you. So, do you know? Are you cutting inside?
I am.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Just making sure. There's a slight delay on the iPad, so I'm like, "What you doing?"
Do I cut this piece or do I leave it?
You can do either, but I think you should like cut it here and then like that,
Okay.
because it's gonna interfere. And if we use a really light pink,
And then up?
straight, yeah. See?
Okay.
And perfect, Lynn. You're can you visualize it a little bit better now?
I am, now that you said to cut the inside first.
Inside first. That's what I did with the other one, but because we used like one piece, which seems a little bit easier, but it's a little more difficult to figure out. How many people we have in the house, Don?
140.
All right, that's a pretty good number.
Now can I cut this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It is kind of on the inside, but see, already you've picked it out. Perfect, Lynn. So some things that you encounter, you will, it gets a little tricky. So you can do this one,
Okay.
make it cool. It can be a little tricky. You just have to think it out. It's always good to challenge yourself as well. And you know what? If you make a mistake and you forget to trim one, we're going to be putting fabric over it. So it's not really, a huge deal. There you go. Upside down scissors.
Nice job, Lynn.
Very good.
Okay.
Maybe here and then I guess here and here.
So cut this one
Just because
straight up?
yeah, it seems to get caught possibly. So
And this one straight up too?
yeah, on the angle there, on the angle and then straighter. There you go.
And then up?
Yep.
All the way?
Yep. Let her go. So, starting from the inside out, so maybe that one a little bit, same thing. It's kind of weird on the corners. This one too. So, we've trimmed out
Which?
this part.
Okay.
You don't have to, but just for the sake of, thoroughness. And then straight up or cut the corner out. There you go. So all the inside is ready for the next pieces. And all the outside
Fluffies.
is good. I know, because of the backing. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent, Lynn.
I can throw the scraps in the garbage?
Yes, ma'am. Those are way too small.
Okay.
Dawn, can we go back to McDreamy?
Dreamy's up.
Thank you. There we go. So now we're going to do the two big stripes here and here. So we should decide. I'd like the pink for the middle.
Yes. Are you going to use the variegated thread for the center, or are you going to leave it as pink?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
Both would look awesome.
I know. Sometimes it's a tough call. Maybe we'll wait until we get this done a little bit more and see. Because I think these stripes should be this one.
Ooh.
And are there more stripes after that? Yeah, there's one in the middle. We can use the pink and yellow. I think it's gonna look great. I like it. Okay, we have a plan now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Plans are good.
Well, yeah, we kind of flew into this, so let's see how wide it is. Isn't that cool? Cool. So I am going to place this one down like this, just slightly where it needs to be. And then I'm going to stop the machine before it goes to this one. And
All right, McDreamy. Sue's getting mad.
no, I don't get mad. Just,
Frustrated.
I try not to get frustrated. I'm just annoyed at myself that I don't know how to fix it. Because I know the machine shouldn't do it, and it never has done it. So I don't know, do I need to buy different needles? Do I need to buy like a different brand of needles? Or is it more than that? What is it? I don't know. We'll figure it out though. So, stitch you down twice. And that should be enough for the next stripe. I love this fabric. It's awesome. Ooh, kind of rushed at the end there. Made me nervous. Okay, so, no, we need you to stop. Stop. I know, I unhooked it beforehand. Well, that pays you back, McDreamy, for being such a thread skipper. Right, Lynn? Right?
Yes.
So, I'm just being frugal. This is our last piece of this, I think, or last scrap of this. So I'm just going to trim it out just quickly at the machine because I know it's going to be covered up. And we'll just do it really quickly. And then, so that's also your answer, Lynn. You can stop right in the middle, right?
Yes.
Just press the stop button, not the hoop. So it's going to stitch this down. See, frugal. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I probably should have and could have cut it in half, but I've been doing it wrong lately, so I just thought, let's do it this way, and then I can double make sure that I didn't mess it up. And that's what I did. Beautiful.
Nice.
I love the pattern on this. And stitch it down twice. And I pretty much did, and I have to trim there. You still have to trim. So this trimming will be a little... Why does it bang like that? That's weird. Kind of where it finishes, it clunks. Alright, so we're on our last stripe. Dawn, can we go back to the machine? Back to the desk, sorry. So we're going to need to cut this
Okay.
and this.
Okay.
But we're going to leave our seam allowance
Okay.
here. And same with here. You got to cut up in there because otherwise it's going to cover up,
Okay.
right? Got it?
Got it.
Makes a little more sense on this one. Well, I like your idea of more turquoise, Lynn. I'm pretty happy with that.
So cut the inside first.
Yep, inside first. And I cut the inside first, and then I fiddle around about the seam allowance. So you get used to it. Everything with embroidery is practice, practice, practice. But it makes sense, so you'll start thinking about it differently.
Lynn's got her trimming down real good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That didn't take long either.
Okay.
There you go, Lynn. You did it exactly right. You checked underneath to see what was underneath, and then did it.
Do I
Yep.
cut a little bit more? off
You
it or
don't
just
have
leave it?
to.
No, okay.
You don't have to.
And then cut this side.
Yes, ma'am. Look at you go. See, now Lynn has got it because she is checking underneath for the seam allowance on the turquoise
Make sure you have a
blocks.
little bit of an overlap so
Yep.
the whole cover's nice.
Yep. Which is wonderful. So, Lynn, leaps and bounds, my friend. Leaps and bounds.
Okay.
You had to think there. That's okay.
I did.
Yep. I trimmed one, so that might mess you up. So, apologies for that.
No.
This one's a little bit easier, and I really like the stripes going through. I think that's cool.
Anything else?
No, I think you got it. Good stuff.
Wow.
Back to the machine, Dawn? Yeah,
I
Lynn.
love those colors.
I know. Think outside the box.
Yep.
Machine, Dawn?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, well, you have to tell me. I'm
I
not
didn't want to
magic.
interrupt you talking.
You always do. So we're going to use
All the time.
this one because it really stands out. I like.
Yes.
So, what a great way to use up a layer cake.
Yes. I'm debating what color to do the center now. The
Well,
thread color.
Yeah, I know.
Variegated would look so awesome on the pink.
It would be stripy, which might look fantastic. All the colors are in it, other than the pinks, of course. So I'm just gonna do a little fix right here because it's sticking up. So it just got caught in, but that's okay because we're just about to cover it up like so. I'm going to pull it more this way so we definitely have enough seam allowance. And same on that side.
Oh,
So,
that's so gorgeous.
isn't that nice? You're loving it. Wait till we put
am.
it beside the other one when it's finished. So we've done much better on the seam allowances this time.
Yes, I get it now.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Sometimes, you got to make
Yep.
sense of it to be able to do it, right? And if you don't understand what a seam allowance is for, you're just never going to get it
Right.
because it doesn't make sense. So ask away, and everyone out there watching too, ask away. If you have questions, ask. There's no dumb question. And it's really useful if you ask while I'm doing
Yeah.
it, because then I can show you. Like Lynn said, can you stop the machine? Yes, you can. And I showed her that
He making some funky noise.
he's making a little bit of noise there.
Maybe he's having a rough time change allowance.
Maybe. Maybe.
Not cutting very nice.
No, that one didn't. I'm just trying to see if we have a thread-a-pillar. Because that was kind of... Yeah, no, I thought maybe it was shredding. Dawn, can we go back to the desk?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
same things.
Inside.
We're going to do the insides
Yep.
first. And then, this is kind of on the inside as well.
Yeah.
You want nice lines, and you go up to here, and same
Okay.
on the other side.
Alrighty.
Inside first. We're almost done our applique. So everyone take a vote. We're going to do pale pink for the center. Should we do the brighter pink that we're using right now for the snowflake, or should we use the variegated thread? Remembering that the turquoise variegated thread is going to be doing all the candle wicking as well. So it might be an overload. Probably pink then, if that's the case. I don't know. I suppose we could do, if we do the snowflake in the...
Do I leave this?
You can, yep. It's not going to go anywhere.
And I have to cut this?
Yep.
Okay.
Because we're going to put some stitches on that line.
I'll cut this one.
What do you think, Don? What's your opinion?
Everybody says variegated.
For the snowflake? The snow? It should be, like, it'll end up being stripy because they're satin stitches. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think it would be amazing.
They're just all answering variegated.
Variegated. So
Well,
variegated.
Karina's doing her usual variegated. But, you know, most people are saying variegated.
Well, okay.
There are a couple opposing, but
Then-
couple of pinks, but more variegated.
Okay, so variegated for the it's a good experiment. We'll see how the variegated thread looks out.
Anything more?
Nope, that's good. That is, don't worry about that because we're going to be putting the pink over it.
Okay.
So back to the machine.
Solid blue, Judy Quilt says.
Solid blue. That might look good actually, but there we go. Okay, so this is our last applique, and fortunately, it's really easy, Lynn.
Yeah, perfect.
So, we're going to do the snowflake in the variegated. Do we want to do the candle wicking in the pink? Ooh.
There's a couple of votes coming in for the solid blue.
Possibilities are endless. I know, it's tough. Oh, the pale pink in the middle. I love it already,
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yep.
I love it already. All right, last applique. And then it's decision time. I think the variegated on the outside of everything is gorgeous.
Thank you, Sandy.
Sandy, hello, Sandy. What is the question with her donation,
It
Don?
says thank you for sharing your expertise with the group. Learned so much from the videos.
Awesome. Learn something new every day. That's what I say. Len, you learn a lot,
I learned, oh my gosh, a lot.
which is awesome. Never too old to learn. Are you going to be ready to do your dime door on Tuesday? Yeah, she's like so excited. Stop clunking, McDreamy. All right, last trim, and then we're going to watch this baby come together. So last trim. This one's easy, Lynn.
This one's the easy peasy.
Easy peasy. It's so pretty. Turquoise and pink. Yes, Lynn. So, what do we think? We'll do the candle wicking in pink? And the snowflake in the variegated. It'll be nice and bright and bold. I'm excited. I ordered new variegated thread and I can't wait to get it from Dime. The colors are amazing. Amazing. Not possible in Toronto. What are we talking about?
It's not Toronto. They're talking about machines and servicing and different things.
Oh,
We got all kinds of different things going on.
servicing McDreamy is not going to be easy because we are not going to London again. So, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Do you love it?
I love it.
Back to McDreamy, Dawn.
Love it, love it, love it.
Dream is up.
And you don't have to worry about like outside here, like, you know, that looks crappy. I'm going to take a ruler and trim it off like I did the other one. Just in case you're wondering.
And none of it's gonna get caught?
No,
Okay.
nope. It's not really going to go out there. It's just going to go to here and a little bit past. So, oh, I think that looks good. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that looks good. You know what? It's worth a try. Then maybe the next one will follow that pattern. Turquoise in the middle, pink snowflake. So one will be really turquoise and one will be really pink. How cool is that? Yeah, I like the pink. I'm not sure if the turquoise would show up enough.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you. Always appreciate. What's the matter?
Could go.
Oh, she's picking different colors. Oh,
For the center.
on the next one.
On the next one.
Okay. So,
Because that way you've got all three colors.
well, this is what Lynn has come up with for the next one. Pulling it from the layer cake. Darker. So it's the same print as this
Yep.
one and that one, but darker. I'm gonna agree. And you know what? It matches the thread almost perfectly. Good call, Lynn. Good call. What?
Janet's.
Janet's. Still battling the coronavirus, but trying to watch. Oh, Janet, I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. We hope you feel better soon. For sure. I know.
Sending big hugs.
Big hugs. Big, huge,
Big OML hug.
healthy hugs. What?
Big OML hug.
Big OML hug. It's true. Yeah, I hope you feel better, and thanks for watching. Hopefully we've made you smile just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a long-standing joke in this house, Lynn. You're so funny. Yeah.
That was as bad as last night. I was laughing so hard I was crying.
She was. I don't even know what it was about. Don't say it. I know what it's about. Don't repeat it. Lynn, don't repeat it.
I honestly don't remember.
Dawn was bugging Beatrice.
Let's bring it up.
Well, if it was you, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dawn.
Appropriate.
Look at the puffy.
Yeah, I love that.
That is my favorite thing about quilting. Quilting designs. It's so nice to do it in the hoop as well. And when you take it off the hoop, it's pretty much done. You just have to sew them together and
Yep.
whatnot.
Sandy says great thread choice.
I think I like it, yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see how the snowflake is going to stitch.
Yes.
So when you use satin stitches, like for example, variegated thread in lettering, it's all satin stitches in a row. So if you picture the colors, it goes from turquoise white to turquoise white and somewhere
Okay.
in between.
Yep.
And that's what it's going to look like. But stripes.
Yeah.
And Christmas designs with the right variegated thread, like Christmas lettering. Oh, it looks amazing. Like absolutely amazing. Yeah. And,
Send me a message over there.
pardon me?
Misha just sent a message for you to read over there.
Oh, okay. Misha? I have to move a little closer. Have you seen the Sweet Pea Trapunto Leaves quilt? Lots of puffy and in the hoop. No, Misha, but I will go check it out. We might put that on our Saturday stitch list. Next Saturday, we're going to finish, we're going to do another block of the Sweet Pea turkey one, which is
Oh, okay.
adorable.
Gobble.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Oh, because the American Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yeah, at the end of the month. We've already had ours, but I will just put it in the hutch for next year. It's nice to get stuff done early.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll do Christmas stuff in the summer, or how everyone knows I do Halloween stuff all the time, and just put it up on the wall and leave it. I have Christmas stuff up year round.
Yep.
I have Halloween stuff up year round. I just enjoy it. Oh, look at how good that pink looks with the pale pink.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, and it looks really good, like right here with the turquoise. Okay. Isn't it fun?
It is.
Isn't it fun? Layer cakes make all the difference.
We didn't think too much outside the box.
No, still. It's almost a challenge using a layer cake for one design in the same threads.
Okay.
It would look just as good if we kind of matched the first one, turquoise in the middle, and mixed up the stripes. But it's kind of nice. It kind of forces you to step outside the box a little bit. What's the matter? Will they connect? I wasn't planning on it.
I'm just looking at, because here you've got the light pink, so where is it over there?
In the middle.
Oh. Duh.
Okay. Lynn was asking where the light pink is.
We hit it. Oh.
Right there.
No.
Yeah, it is. We've got the
Because,
turquoise.
Yeah, you've got the turquoise
Yeah.
as an applique.
And this
And
pink.
then you've got the light pink around here. So,
It's the same 3 pieces of fabric.
I must be missing something then. Because I'm not seeing it.
In the middle. It's right here.
No, because we had the turquoise here, which is the pink. So where is this?
Lynn, it's the same pink. It's the same piece of fabric. We put the light pink here. This, you can see that there. And this, you can see that there. This is the turquoise from the center. And this is the pink from that stripe.
Okay.
Make sense?
Because I'm seeing these two colors, like here.
Well, we didn't make a stripe out of the light
Yeah.
pink because we were using it. Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I was lost.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look at, designs
I'm
a little bit.
thinking that you're doing a different snowflake, but you're doing the same outside.
Yeah, the same
But you're not.
diamond. Is that what you mean?
Because
Oh no, it's a completely different pattern.
Yeah.
I see. So what she was getting confused, she
Yeah.
was trying to compare number 2 to number 1, and it's a different design.
I thought you were doing the same outside design, but just doing a
the
different
different-
snowflake.
I see. That makes sense.
That's why I couldn't figure out the colors.
That's okay. Well, good asking. Sometimes you do have to look at it, like for this one, because of the way it's stitched out with all the triangles, you have to figure out what you're going to put there. You could put all different fabrics if that's what you wanted, but it wouldn't look like a stripe going this way through it. So, yeah.
We have a request for an explanation of OML.
OML. It's actually kind of funny. You guys must know by now that I have a really good sense of humor. And we've always had dash hounds, so wiener dogs, in my family, my whole life. It goes back generations. Everybody has always had them. And since I was a kid, I always thought the Oscar Mayer Wieners song was hilarious. When I used to walk my wiener dogs, people would laugh and sing that song back when people
Yep.
ate hot dogs. So I decided back then that I wanted 3 weenies, actually 2, and call them Oscar and Maya. Maya was a girl, so instead of Maya, Maya. And Lena was kind of an accident. I just couldn't resist. And I thought Lena kind of sounds like Weena. So it's Oscar, Maya, Lena. And that would be OML. So my 3 weenie dogs. And that's why the logo is that cute weenie dog. Can you put the logo up, Dawn?
Put them up in the top right corner.
Top right corner? I'm not. Oh, we have a delay. See how that's stitching out? Oh.
Gorgeous.
There's our weenie. Is he there? Yeah. And that's why our logo is the 2 weenies. So that's OML. Look how gorgeous that is, Lynn. Look how gorgeous it is.
Good choice.
It looks like it's shaded. So, because of the way it's stitching out, it looks shaded. Now this part here is going to be satin stitches all the way down. It might look a bit more stripy. But then again, maybe not, because look how the turquoise blends
Wow.
into the white.
Yep.
Oh, perfect right there. It goes white. Oh, this is why I love variegated thread. Well, that's going to be an amazing snowflake. Are you seeing this, Dawn?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
That's amazing. So some of the variegated thread is a harsher drop off between the colors.
Okay.
And this one is blended really well, actually.
What variegated is that?
It is Floriani. I gotta stand up and look without messing
69,
everything.
I think?
69. How did you remember that? 69. Floriani 69. Oh, it even looks good on the iPad. That's
Yep.
stunning. Yeah, it was a good call. I just always try to be careful of the striping effect. You kind of have to work with how the thread is, because it just, if it goes from white straight to turquoise, these part, it looks like leaves to me right now, but these parts would be more of a stripe.
Yeah.
But this one is blended and it's fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
Yep, it's fantastic. So, we made a lot of good choices today, Lynn.
I think we did.
I think we did. It's fun to challenge yourself and wing it as you go, using what you have. So we have used up all the scraps, and we've done 2 blocks, and we've used 3 pieces, maybe 4 pieces of the layer cake. I think I had to dip into one,
Yep,
didn't I?
for the
Yeah.
turquoise.
Yeah, because we used a fair amount. So that's pretty good, isn't it? I think it is.
And only 2 colors of thread.
And 2 colors of thread. Yep, challenges.
Do you know what color would look pretty awesome in that center?
What? Oh, don't you say hot pink.
Okay, I won't. You said it.
Hot pink is fine. Neon hot pink, not so much.
I think it would.
No,
Or is it?
no, no. It's for Halloween only. I've got neon pink, neon green, and what's the other one? Neon orange.
Orange.
Yes, orange. This is fascinating watching it stitch out. I love the connections.
Thank you,
So
Isabel.
that's awesome. Isabel, thank you.
Neon pink.
Neon pink, who's saying that?
Karina.
Karina.
She my buddy.
Well, you have neon pink fabric now.
Yes, I do.
So you can stitch your neon pink outhouse.
With my purple variegated thread.
Oh, metallic.
Oh, metallic. Yep, from
You
Cindy.
did. She did send you some
Yeah.
variegated.
Yes.
I thought you should have it because I have a fair amount of it. I did use the purple metallic thread to make myself a bracelets
Okay.
from Eileen Roche's new jewelry collection. And I don't know if you saw on my desk, it comes with the designs for earrings and stuff, and they're stunning.
Wow.
And bracelets, and it comes with a little container with 2 pliers
Okay.
and all of the stuff that you need, the jump rings, the
Oh, okay.
earrings,
Yep.
the bracelet, metallic, it's just fantastic.
Yep.
I'm not too keen on, embroidered jewelry.
Oh, okay.
What? Oh, okay. But I really like these
Colors,
ones.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like hundreds of pieces. And I'm like, yeah, I'm impressed. Okay, this is my favorite snowflake
Yep.
ever. It just is. All right, so
I
what?
think Lynn should do one of these blocks in neon.
Brenda says that you should gift that spool of thread to them.
No, because then I wouldn't get teased about it.
I put it away,
Yeah.
didn't I? I might have.
I think you left a sticky note. Put neon thread away from Lynn.
I laughed. You can order like the whole neon, the neon blue,
Oh,
neon
yes.
yellow.
I will.
I think neon yellow would be fun for like a sun or
Yep.
something. I mean, you could pull out of this fabric, you could pull the yellow,
Yes.
stitch around.
Yep.
You could do that. Yeah, it's interesting that you could change one thread color, use the same fabrics, change one thread color, and it would change the whole look of it. It's kind of like a experiment.
Yes.
Kind of fun. What at? My fabric?
It's in Canada.
Yeah, my fabric is in Canada. Woo! When's it the due date? Tuesday.
Still says pending, so it may not have cleared customs yet.
If it's in Vaughan, it's cleared customs.
Just sitting there while it clears.
Oh.
Just remember November the 11th, it's a holiday too.
Oh. We'll probably forget that. Write it down, Dawn. November 11th is a holiday. Oh, they're not going to be able to do any
Probably not.
No. They're saying
ceremonies.
it's already affected.
Yeah.
But it's a day off for us.
I don't usually take days off, so.
It's only
Although
a day
I was
off for
gonna
you.
today.
It's only a day off for you.
Yeah.
You can come over and stitch.
I'm on holidays next week.
Ooh, lucky you. Oh, you're welcome to come over any day and stitch. I don't know if we're doing production this week, so I'll let you know. Look how pretty that is.
That's stunning.
I am just thrilled. So you can overuse variegated thread, like it just, sometimes you can. I don't think this is.
Gail says you should raffle off that block.
Raffle it? Okay. It's kind of awesome, isn't it?
I like the variegated looks really cool.
It does, doesn't it?
That's really nice variegated. Like I said, some of it is just like it goes from straight white to straight red, and that's when you get the stripes. And it does look good
On different things.
on different things.
Yeah.
You can't, use it with a busy background or something like that. But this is blended so
Yep.
well.
Yep.
So well. It's gonna look amazing beside that one. So we should probably do a couple more of these blocks just to get used to, because they're good for practice for the seam allowance part.
There's a lot of tricky applications.
It's a little tricky. Well, it's how we used to, I think it's an older design, it's how we used to do applique. So it's not actually tricky, it's just people aren't used to doing it. Nowadays, they would do one triangle, you place the fabric down, put it down,
Yeah.
stitch it down, trim it, this triangle, But this is
Yeah,
a
that's
little
why
more.
I couldn't figure out why you were putting all the colors, all the turquoise ones at once.
Yeah, because they're all being outlined and they're all being used. So I bought a book from Eileen Roche, and it's Quilting in the Hoop. And I don't know why I've never heard of it. She has a technique where you get the quilt block done really quickly and trim it all out afterwards with applique. And it's really neat. It's layered, and you just put your pieces on, and it stitches, like, say, half of this. It'll stitch this part. You put the second piece on, and it stitches that part, and makes everything match up, and then you trim it when it's done. And I'm like, it's raw applique edges.
You're going through a lot of layers though, aren't you?
Well, there's not like 15 of them. There's only like 2.
Oh, okay.
So 2 and batting and stabilizer, which is fine. If you're going through many more than that. He sounds better now. He must be over
Now,
what he did.
when you sew these together, you're going to just sew them, you're going to butt them up to one another, or are you going to put like a,
Sashing.
is that what that's called?
Yeah.
In between.
I don't know. To cut the sashing or like the outside bars of it, I use my AccuQuilt. And then it makes it so much easier to sew everything because they're
Okay.
perfectly straight.
Yep.
I never seem to cut them perfectly straight. It depends on how the stripes look together. There's so many choices of sashing that we still have left in the layer cakes. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I think if the stripes are going to match up in any way, that would look fantastic.
Do you still have to fold the edges over?
Yep.
Okay.
So you would take, say this is your sashing. You would take your sashing and you put it facing down, and it would go all the way up here. Maybe, Dawn, can you do your picture in picture?
Maybe keep talking.
Maybe.
Better than me.
Keep talking,
Maybe.
he says. Well, there's no point talking if I can't show you. Just give Dawn a second here.
He's a bit slow.
Little bit, just while he's doing. Alicia says, love this snowflake. I think there's 10 blocks in this set. 8 or 10. I haven't looked, but I will. I'm having an issue with my old white machine not having consistent stitching. I don't even know what a white machine is. Tension, clean it, the usual thing, change your thread. Is that okay? So say this is your sashing, and obviously the sashing has to go all the way up. All right,
Okay.
so I'm just showing you with
Yep.
just a piece.
Yep.
So you would put it here, and you would sew right along here, right just inside this line, so
Okay.
our line doesn't show, and then that's how it's gonna look. That's your finished look.
So what you did yesterday on the dying door for the grass is what you'd be doing there.
Kind of,
Stitch
kind
it
of.
And then flip it over?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. And then to sew on the next block, you do basically the same thing.
Why?
And then your sashing's gonna look like this.
I'm not seeing anything. Why?
Hey, that's weird. Alright, switch back to McDreamy. Not on the screen or it's frozen. We've been having trouble. Remind me, Don, to switch out this camera.
I'm gonna unplug it and plug it back in, and then you can do it again.
Oh, no. Oh. There it is.
Nope. Back to stitching. Remind me to switch it out. We have a backup camera. This is the second.
It might be the cord. I don't know. Maybe it would be the camera.
It didn't come back on. It's not on because the light's not on. Technical issues. Bee woo wee woo. Might have to get a new cord.
Yeah, possibly. Just a USB, because this one runs all the way.
I know.
Here,
Back on.
let me see if we got it. Yes, it's movement. So,
Back to picture in picture.
there you go.
There are 6 blocks in this design. Okay, thanks for checking that out. All right, we're going to show you guys again because apparently you missed it all. We're going to pretend that this is our sashing piece, and obviously it needs to go the whole block and you want like extra on it. So when you go to put your sashing, it goes around the block, in between the blocks, so it's just kind of a break.
Okay.
You always put face down,
Okay.
so when you turn it, and you would sew, flip over here, you can see the lines.
Yep.
You just want on the inside of this, because we don't want this line showing,
Okay.
and sew it along here, and then when you flip it over, this is what it's going to look like. A little bit straighter maybe.
Okay.
So you can't see the stitching underneath. You can't. It looks pretty. Like if we did it in turquoise, it would be really nice. But that's what you need the seam allowance for, because if you're sewing the blocks together, that's exactly how we would be doing it. So, takes a bit of practice when you're sewing blocks together. Keep the camera there for a sec, John. Please. Please.
I
I'm just
gotcha.
getting up for a sec.
You left Lynn all by herself?
Yeah.
Just for a second. She wouldn't touch me, Dreamy. She wouldn't. I'm going to squish in there a little bit. So this is something that we've done. I haven't trimmed out this one. So we want them together. So you put right sides together.
Okay.
And I don't have pins here, but you want to put a pin through here and put a pin through there because you want this all lined up. And this is something, take your time on. And do the same with this side.
Thank you, Susan.
And then you're going to sew down here.
Okay.
And then when you fold it out, after you've ironed it and everything, it's basically going to look like that together. And that's how you do it. Okay, it'll be more in.
Right.
It's kind of hard to do, but it has a finished edge to it. And that's how you make it look awesome. So for ones, like that quilt, where there are waves and stuff, you just got to make sure that everything is lined up. This one, not so much important, not as important, but you want these lines to line up so when you bind it or put it back on it, that everything's even. You'd be able to tell if it's like that, you're going to have a problem because this design ends, right?
Okay.
So that's the basics of it. I think this is probably my favorite. I really like it.
Yes.
It's so pretty. I think I'd like to do some more of these. I think I would. Just plan it all out, maybe do bigger ones. So you can see why you need the seam allowance, because that is what is holding your pieces together.
Okay.
If you were to cut right at the line, it would pull out or fray or anything. In this case, nothing's going to happen here.
Right.
So there you go. That is why you leave a seam allowance.
Okay.
There. I held it pretty nicely.
Yep.
And they look like they were made together. And then you iron it and put it back on it. So hopefully that helps the understanding a little bit. Oh, and while we were talking, look at the snowflake. I love it. I love it. I am so happy. I can't wait to see what it looks like beside this one. So we got lots of scraps here, but that's okay. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like. Look at how well we used up all the scraps.
I know.
There's not a whole lot you can do with that, so we'll just get rid of them. If they're big enough, I put them in the project bin. So this one is that a googly? Oh, I found a googly eye. We'll make it look funny.
No, Susan.
No! If Lynn can use neon pink for everything, surely to Pete. Surely. I think our snowflake is getting there. Just, I think one more branch. Ooh, I'm glad we risked it though. I'm glad.
And you're right, is that it ran. It's not like turquoise and then white.
Yeah, it's blended.
It blended, yeah.
So this is straight satin stitches, and there's a gorgeous blend. And that's what makes it so amazing. You can see the blend. So it's...
Shannon's asking if it's the googly eye that you, like Karina made you flip over the
Yes.
No, I only did it once. Karina.
That was from the turkey, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like, why would she make me do that? We find googly eyes all over the house
The
now.
other one.
Oh, no, that's a little one.
It's a little one.
Well, we could make a... Man, I could make anything into Halloween. Could make a scary snowflake, for sure. For sure. I know. What are we chatting around? Oh, yeah. Now you can understand why we trim the batting out of this. If you had the batting, like you can feel how thick it is. If you had the batting, the stabilizer, the fabric,
too
maybe, yeah, it would be hard to get it flat. So that's why we trim it out.
Be too thick. You need to get the small ones and put one in each. All the way around.
I think you're probably supposed to put bling in it, Don, not eyeballs.
Googly eyes.
Although I agree, it would be cool. But we're not going to. I have some...
A six-eyed monster.
This is how we roll in this house.
How you take any design and turn it into a Halloween machine.
I could put those scary eyes. Those scary red eyes that I put on my... Yeah, I know.
The Norseman's here. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Oh, no.
Well, the curse is over.
Look how dark it's getting outside.
Yeah, are we getting a storm, maybe?
No, it's a time change.
It's gonna get dark again.
Oh, time change. I've been up since 5 a.m., which is a long day. I don't know. I don't know. So next week for the digitizing class, we're still going to do snowflakes, but we're going to do it out of names. And it's really cool. It's really cool. And then Saturday, we are going to do sweet pea. Sweet pea.
Okay.
The turkey. And then Sunday, we're going to do another one of these blocks. And Lynn and I are going to come up with something completely different. In the meantime, I would like... Does that look like the foot's moving too much?
Yep.
Oh, well, la-di-da. Look at that. That was almost undone. Wow.
Solved.
Okay.
I've never seen that before.
No, it just,
I've seen it.
the vibrations comes loose. See, now
says-
the foot is steady, and I saw it just out of the corner of my eye moving.
Brenda says thank you for the clarity on the seam allowance.
Okay, I hope that makes
helped
sense
out, yeah.
to everyone. If you don't sew blocks together regularly, you might not understand that. It took me a while. You don't want to leave too much. You don't want to leave a ton of it. You trim the blocks down 1/2 inch. And then when you sew them together, it's easier to iron out. Like I said, worst case scenario,
Oopsie.
that's gonna help. It's not a big deal though. I'm just going to stitch a little more in on the whole thing.
The Norseman is asking if you got the gremlins he sent an hour ago.
Yep.
Thanks. Yes, we did. Thank you. Norseman.
Gotta love him.
Those Viking gremlins are just hard on the brain.
Isn't he supposed to be fishing or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, so
Here we go.
block.
This is it.
Happy music. Ready? All right. Well, he's got the camera on the desk, so that's good. Yes, I know, McDreamy. McDreamy's just gonna be without for a minute, and it's okay. I put it back on him. Then it's not in the way. So let's have a look-see at this one. I noticed the last part to stitch out. Look at the shading on the hat. And you know what? It matches the shading on the outside here. So it's like a reflection. I really like it. I really like it.
It is the same. Oh no, it's a different snowflake.
It's a different, they're all
Okay.
different. Each snowflake is different. So this isn't going to connect, but I think that's okay. I think it's going to look amazing. I just like to see, you know, just kind of match it up and see. I think it's going to look amazing. So a little bit there. You never know. We might get ones that we're doing that do match up. You could also seriously plan it out that way. I've seen a couple of people do that and it looks amazing, but we're just kind of winging it each time. So, wow, good decisions, Lynn. You're getting so much better at this. We're going to do one more or maybe more because it's really good practice for the seam allowance. And hopefully everyone understands that. If you don't, then join us next Sunday and we'll talk about it more. So, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys learned a whole lot, and I hope you guys step outside the embroidery box and use what you've got and make it fantastic. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.